Yo, amen, amen. If you're looking at your screen, we got another banger for y'all, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, before I even start out this video, I just want to say I appreciate all the love and support from the very first Jamari Wood series. I ain't gonna lie, I made that like last year, and that one got some crazy views. That's my most watched video, so you already know we had to spin it back and make them again. Y'all see the pitching, and also one of those pitches did leave, I'm not gonna lie. Before I even also get into it, y'all can see the upgrades while I'm yapping, but I did play at least until I got to the MLB. So any changes, anything like that, I will not know until my MLB video. But y'all can go ahead and feel free to let me know what needs to be upgraded, because I don't know how to upgrade. I'm a 2K guy, I'm a Madden guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing when I'm making Jamari, I can't lie. Now, when I made him the last time, y'all seen he was a little older, but now I had to make the younger version, the high school version. What would he look like at 18 years old, you know, instead of 23 whenever I was playing with them? Y'all also see the drip, I'm not gonna lie. And we also brought back the iconic pink glove. Also, we're rocking with a Donnerless Chapman. If I said his name wrong, I apologize. I just know he's a black pitcher and he's tough.
I had no idea that the Hall of Fame was waiting for me.
It had been for me a long and winding road. 23 years ago, I never dreamed that this high honor would come to me.
How does one describe the birth of a dream as it takes shape in a young boy's heart? And how does one express the indescribable feeling of finally reaching this summit that so many others have struggled to obtain?
What a double play by Ozzie Smith! Oh, mercy!
Every journey has a beginning, a road built on heartbreak and hope. A road that takes you to bigger stages, bigger games, under brighter lights. Your name is called, with a new path ahead. One that leads away from home and towards a dream. The road twists, it turns, it tests, it dares you to quit. But sometimes, it leads somewhere special. The highs that make your heart race, the lows that make you wonder if you belong, injuries, slumps, comebacks, and moments that will live forever. Every step, every setback, every triumph, every swing, every throw, every inning, every mile. Where will your road take you?
Now, you cannot tell me that that video was not kind of tough, let's just be real. But this is gonna start out with me and a homie just sitting at the high school talking about if I'm gonna get drafted or what is it gonna take for me to get drafted. He go ahead and put himself down. He gonna say, I don't have what it takes. And I said, you know what, you're right. I don't give a fuck about you, bro. I'm trying to get where I'm trying to get and you can follow. I'm gonna keep it a bean stack. Nah, I'm playing. But let's go ahead and look at these colleges. I'm not gonna lie, they went in deep this year, bro. I ain't gonna lie, there's some colleges I might just have to go to. Now, granted, I can't go to every single one with him, of course, but they got Michigan on there. I seen they had Stanford, Oregon State, like it was all crazy, but I ended up choosing Florida. I'm not gonna lie, I know what y'all gonna say, ew, why? I don't know. It was just choosing me, I'm not gonna lie. Now, it did ask me as well, do I want to like choose my team, and I'm gonna let the draft decide that, bro. I can't do nothing else about that. Now, y'all see that man, the myth, the legend. Stop playing around. They also gave us a dynamic challenge the very first at bat of our entire, I guess, career, video, whatever series. Hey, it is what it is. Now, hopefully, y'all like my little edit style or whatever it is. And look at what the fuck this catcher was doing. He can't grab that. If I can go from the mount to damn near home plate, why can't you take a couple steps forward? But anywho, I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be a lot of yapping in this video. I really don't know how to edit and really talk about the baseball, just because I'm not really a baseball guy, but I enjoy the sport enough to, you know, learn about it and actually, I guess, have a feeling for it, you know. I didn't really start watching baseball until like 2022. I know that's pretty bad. But like I said, I was a football guy, I was a basketball guy. I didn't really know baseball like that, you know what I'm saying? All I know is the Dodgers were okay. You know, they won the World Series in 2020, and that's kind of when I started paying more and more attention. But I didn't fully start watching or even buy these games until 2022. So all this ball knowledge that y'all got, I don't. I apologize, you know. I'm just a guy. We can still talk sports though. I love y'all's comments. I love all the engagement that I be getting from y'all. So it kind of helps me become a student of the game in a way, you know. Y'all be even putting me on things that I didn't even know about the game and about the actual sport, you know. And I really mess with that. I can't lie. I don't really get engagement on many of my other videos except for the MLB, you know. And maybe that's a sign. Maybe I should just lock in, put some MLB out for y'all, for all my baseball guys, and we just learn together, be cool together, bring that community on, and maybe more sports games can come out. Now, I'm not saying I'm stopping on the Madden. I'm not stopping on the college football. I definitely enjoy that. 2K, I've never really came out and played. I think I made like 2 or 3 streams, but that's about it. I really used to mess with 2K. It's just not the same. I'm going to be honest. But while we're on this topic of 2K, this is a little off topic as well. If I was to put out any golf from the 2K, because it was free for the PlayStation Plus, and I like golf, and I'm kind of decent at it, so I mean, would y'all enjoy it if I put it out every once in a while? You know, I made a man named Afro Joe. That man is cooking. I'm not gonna lie. He has a fat afro. Let's just keep it a bean stack. It's in the name. But that's enough of the off topic. Let's get right back into the video. I just kind of wanted to get y'all's feel on it, you know. Let's just talk about Jamari real quick. Born and raised in New York. Now, I know y'all are thinking that to yourself, if he's from New York, why is he playing on the West? It's okay, alright? Now, we pulled a reverse. No, we actually pulled the Fresh Prince. We had to move to LA just to get out of trouble. I mean, come on, the story just tells itself. But they had a better athletics program. What am I gonna do? Stay in New York and throw strikes all day for nobody to watch me and give me some play time at a college and just say I'm a broke New Yorker? No. And shout out to all my New York dudes. Shout out to all of them. But let's just keep it a bean stack. I had to go to the West. They had to see me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But that was our first high school game. Y'all see that man Grady, you know, comes in, and what the actual fuck, bro? I thought I was doing bad. This man let 9 hits. 9? I mean, what am I gonna do with that? But look at all the scouts this game. I'm not gonna lie. What can you really do? We gotta go ahead and take the picture with coach because it's also senior day. You already know what's going on. Come on, the man, the myth, the legend, bro. Stop playing around. But I also want to say shout out to, San Diego for giving you more high school games. This is amazing, bro. Like, we get a whole tournament. We get 2 games. And then college, you get a whole tournament. So, I mean, like, and the crazy thing is, never mind, let me not say too much. But let's just say in college, they also have a loser's bracket. How do I know? Because I made another person. I'm not gonna lie. No, I did not lose with this man, Jamari. Come on, he's the best pitcher in the nation. I can't do that. And while I'm on just the point of yapping and things like that, because I'm gonna be for real, I don't know how to say, oh, I just threw a pitch right here. Shout out to bro with a nice little dunk right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to say things like that. I'm really keeping it a bean stack. But shout out to the shortstop for making a great play. You know, I mean, I can't really do that. Keep going, you know, play by play, good pitch, you know, things like that. I'm just yapping. So I apologize. But while I'm yapping, let's talk about the World Baseball Classic, man. Did y'all enjoy that? Because I'm not going to lie, that was peak baseball. And I don't watch baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched the World Series. Shout out to my Dodgers, too. I didn't even get to say this during my reactions and all types of things because I took a big hiatus, big break. I know, I shouldn't have did it. But it was very big for the mental. Let's just say that. And I figured a lot of things out within myself. And within my actual purpose, I guess. Not even trying to be on some weird stuff. Did y'all like the World Baseball Classic? Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was kicking, bro. I don't really care about the Venezuela win. But let's just talk about the Dominican Republic and USA. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was insane. And to be honest, I actually had the Dominican Republic winning it all. Like, their team was stacked with Fernando and Vladdy and all that shit. And shout out to bro for getting in my fucking way. Like, bruh, either grab the ball or get the fuck out the way. I mean, what are we playing this sport for, you know? Keep in mind, we're not even in the playoffs yet. And that's our first base hit. Like, what do we got going on, bro? We can't catch a break? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but check the score while I'm yapping. Please, just pay attention to the score. That's all I could say. And what the actual, like, sometimes I be thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe it's not just me being bad, and that's how this game works. Because I always think, you know, good timing means they're not going to do anything. You know, kind of like 2K or Madden. If I hit a blue pass, it's probably not going to get blocked or hit or any of that. If I shoot a green in 2K, that mug is green. But in this game, you can get a perfect pitch and that bitch still get hit. Now, like I said, check the score. How the fuck do we lose, man? We lost 6-4 and I got out the game and it was 3-0. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. But go ahead and look at all the colleges, man. We vibing, I'm not gonna lie. Now we already know where we're going, but just shout out to them for showing the effort and giving us the opportunity. Now we did go on a date. I'm just playing. This is our literal draft advisor, our agent, whatever. Caught y'all though, caught y'all. And she was basically just giving me the rundown saying, hey, you should go ahead and play the combine no matter what, get drafted, and then go to college. Or vice versa. Go to college, then get drafted. She basically just said, don't skip either step if you're gonna do anything. So I said, okay, it is what it is. Now this is the start of the high school baseball playoffs. Not gonna lie, y'all kind of see where the video ends, so I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but let's just keep it a beanstack. It's not getting any better, alright? It's not, the video ain't getting any longer either. You know, it is what it is, but I promise y'all it ain't all me. Y'all seen how we were already losing. Is when did the West become bad? I always thought the West was good, especially when it comes to baseball. Like, California ain't a baseball sport, but I guess, you know, isn't Texas in the West as well? Like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? I think Florida's in the East and all types of stuff, so they're tough too. It is what it is. But like, let's just keep it a bean. How the hell is the West this bad? Like, I never would have thought they were gonna be that bad. I always won when I went to the West. I always won everywhere I went if I'm being a stag. And especially being a closing pitcher, because that's what I tried last year. I just stopped because let's just be honest, like, when it hits the playoff time, I'm not trying to not play. You know, they had me not playing. I don't know if it was because I just wasn't that good or what, but as soon as I seen me not even play not one game in the playoffs, and we went 3 rounds deep, I kind of just was like, god damn, what am I here for, you know? And I wasn't even playing on the team that I wanted to play on. Y'all will see, I'm on a very different team this year, and if y'all want me to ask for a trade, I'll ask for one too. You know, the situation that I'm in, it's it's likable. I'm not gonna lie, it's very likable. How is that not a strike though? Let's be honest, bro. The situation that I'm in, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty much that next up guy. That's all I can really say. And I got some teammates. You know, it's not really too bad of an outfield or a defense or a batting system. You know, everybody kind of got their own thing going. But I mean, I just don't know if it's gonna be entertaining or if it's just something that they give you. Kind of like in Madden, they always draft you to the same team as everybody else in the world. So it's like, man, if I see a lot of people on the team that I'm on, I'm definitely asking for that trade. I'm not going to lie. There's nothing that I'm not going to do. But let me try and get into the gameplay, at least the last inning. We got to get them out of here, bro. And as y'all can see, we allowed no runs. I don't know how many hits we totally got, but I think we already allowed like 2 in that first inning. Shout out to me, though. Shout out to me for getting the job done. I mean, y'all see the pitch. Y'all see the strike. Like, come on. If y'all also got any pitches that y'all want on this guy, just let me know. But fuck whoever's in the outfield. Yes, I know that technically is my fault. However, if our lame ass outfield wasn't slow as cops eating fucking donuts out there, then we would have got the fucking job done. Now we get pitched out knowing a nigga named Marcel is not gonna do shit, and we end up losing by 1 point, bruh. 1! Like, what's going on, man? It's crazy because my very first video with Jamari, we actually won the high school championship and the college natty. What am I actually supposed to do? So then we get the text from Stephanie. She says, hey, go ahead and do the draft combine. I kind of looked, what if I don't want to do the draft combine? And yeah, I think I'll do the draft combine, which y'all will see in next episode.